captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Man, beautiful night, beautiful game on the gridiron last night. As all of you have seen, huh? You've seen it? The joke? Yeah. The full Jameis Winston experience. Now, I don't usually talk fantasy around here, around yonder. But let me tell you something. I lost by 0.6 to 8 points because the other guy had Denver's defense. Give a round of applause for him. Round of a bleeping applause, huh? Oh, and just to be clear, even with all the pick sixes, I would have won. It was that last interception in the end zone. On the 2-yard line, down 9. You're gonna lose. Just run the ball. Anyway, I'm not too mad. Deleted the app. Got myself out of the group chat. Officially done with the NFL season, and it's only December 3rd, baby. Oh yeah, Saints. Ain't gon' cut it. Nowhere near the playoff hunt anymore. And then the fantasy dreams, hopes, admirations out the window with the full Jameis Winston experience. Shout out to him, man. Can't even be mad at the guy. Oh, I'm mad at him. Well, but you can't be. I am. Anyway, beautiful night also on the collegiate hardwood last night. My man Frank came through as he usually does. Washington State plus whatever you got it at. It's plus 480. Then it was plus 580. I got text that it was plus 5. Shout out to all y'all riding with me on the Washington State last night. Tonight, I don't know if y'all can hear my whistle, but beautiful slate of games. I cannot wait to preview these games. I got 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 6 of them I've already placed. 1 of them still thinking about. Might not place it. No point of forcing it. My man Frank's back to give you the best bet of the day, as always, later in the show. And of course, it's Tuesday, baby. You know what goes down. You know what goes down. Down, down, baby. It's the power rankings from this guy, the Red Beard, college basketball's top 10, according to me. Can't wait to get to that later in the show. With all of the drama from your mama last week, I had to put all these teams in a Yahtzee cup and shake them up like dice. Can't wait to get to that. So we're going to recap yesterday, do the power rankings, preview tonight's games, and then I'll give you all of my bets. That's how we do it. That's how we always do it. You know what it is. It's Captain by a hook, baby. The Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. Stare Down Greatness. I am Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. Apologize for the roughness. Weird night last night. Just was up all night. Went to bed about, 4:30? Now I'm coming at you live, baby. That's how we get down. Get down. Let's look at some other games that happened yesterday, starting with the Washington State. Beautiful, beautiful defensive game for Washington State. They go to you say Nevada, I say Nevada, and they handle damn business. Holding Nevada to 21 first half points, pretty much where they won this game at. Ended up winning by 11 total, 68 to 57. But man, please, great game for Washington State. Watts, your boy, you know who it is, Legion Watts. Now, hold on now. Last time I heard the name Legion was in First Friday. He had 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists for Washington State. Uno rebound away from the elusive Double. Colorado, great second half comeback. They were down 9 at the break. Ended up winning the game by 9 on the other end. Beautiful flip to flop. 18-point turn in the second half. Your boy, you know who it is. Trevor Baskin. He led the way for Colorado. 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. That is what you call a stat stuffer. My man Elias Ralph, he gave it his all from Pacific. 24 points, 7 boards, coming up short. St. Louis, they beat Jackson State by 8. Isaiah Swoop led the way with 18 points, 7 assists. South Dakota State still rolling. They're 7-2 now on the season, beating a Dakota Wesleyan team you've never heard about. This is the fun one. Southeastern Louisiana. The Roaring Lions. They come down to the dirty city of New Orleans and beat the Tulane Green Wave 71 to 67. In the words of John Rothstein, the epitome, the epitome of brutality. I don't know why when I read the word epitome, I always say epitome, and then I realize what word it is. Mine has to translate that one. But Javion Buckley for Southeastern doing the damn thing. 18 perks, 6 assists, and 4 steals. Tulane, Cam Williams led the way with 19 points in the losing effort. Only 25 first half points. They end up winning the second half by 2. But Tulane came out sluggish. Did not get it rolling. This was a fun one. And I mean, for real. Rhode Island. Yesterday, I flip flopped on this game. The first game in the history of my life, really, and this show, where I flip flopped my bet. Usually, I'll just stay away. I don't like to flip flop. If I come out with Yale in the morning, and I switch to Rhode Island, I'll just stay away. But we ended up going Rhode Island minus 2.5. Most of us. I had people texting me like, "Nah, bro, yeah, you got to stick with your first thought." No, I'm telling you, F that, Rhode Island. But anyway, John Pulakidas, just had to shout him out. Number 4 for Yale. Big things. He had 25 points in a losing effort. Nick Townstead, 14. Bez Bang. He had 15 last night for Yale in the losing effort. But how about this duo of David Green and Sebastian Thomas? I'm telling you, this Rhode Island team, watch out now. I think we saw 2 teams last night that I believe will be fighting for a Sweet 16 spot come March, and that's the Rhode Island Rams, who ended up beating Yale last night to improve to 8-0. Archie Miller, the coach, shout out, 3rd season, got this team balling. They shot 90% from the free throw line, which is a guy like me's dream. But long story short, Rhode Island, Washington State, watch out for them come March. Definitely, those 2 teams are the definition of a bracket busters. Miami of Ohio goes to 5-2, 13-point win over the Air Force. Bryant, 2.5-point dogs. They get the road win. Gotta shout out both of these guys because all they do is get buckets. Sorry, I forgot to shout out this kid, Peter Suter. Come on down, Peter Suter, Miami of Ohio, 42. Yes, 42 points for him. I mean the kid was balling. 42 points and 3 steals. Shout out to him. But going back to Bryant Drexel, Bryant gets the win as dogs on the road. 5-point victory, 78-73. Uh, Raphael Pinson led the way for Bryant with 31 points. And your boy Yami. I don't know how to say it. Yami. Yami Butler, baby. He had 28 for Drexler in the losing effort. And then Georgetown. Yes, that Georgetown. 86-62 victory over UMBC, which stands for University Maryland Baltimore College, I think, if I remember correct. I saw that school like 3 years ago and looked it up. But your boy Thomas Sorber for Georgetown, freshman from Trenton, New Jersey, doing the damn thing for Ed Cooley and those Georgetown boys. He had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks last night as Georgetown improved to 7-1. Haven't seen Georgetown with a 7-1 record in a while. Shout out to Ed Cooley. Doing the damn thing, baby. It's Captain by a Hook. We rocking. We rolling. We getting to it and getting through it. Power rankings. This week's top 10 coming up next. Producer, go to commercial. I'll drink some coffee. No? Well, we ain't got commercials yet. Thought we had that one no. We're not sponsored by the little rubber ducky factory yet. Anyway, let's go to these power rankings, baby. Oh yeah, UConn, get them the hell up on out of here. To be honest, I still like UConn. I mean, I think they're gonna end up second or third in the Big East, make a little Sweet 16 run. I don't think they have the magic that is a three-peat. So, with that being said, the team that I think is gonna win it all this year. Oh yeah, it's only December, baby. Give me them Kentucky Wildcats. Them Tucky boys. They got a big game tonight in the SEC ACC Challenge. But give me Kentucky at number 1 this week on the power rankings. At number 2, give me Bill Self and the boys. Kansas. The Jayhawks, put them at number 2. Great team this year. Absolutely great team. Another team, I mean, that's just lighting it up early this season on bleeping fire. Probably should have got more love for winning the Maui tournament. But I got them at number 3. Auburn. Those Auburn Tigers. Bruce Pearl in the game. At number 4. Shaka Khan. Shaka Smart. Give me Marquette. Quetta, as I call them. Marquette, put them at number 4 on this week's top 10. At number 5. No movement here. Just a solid team this season. Give me Gonzaga at number 5. Number 6 might be a little high, might be a little early, might be a little too early, but I'm going to give this team their flowers for their performance last week. Memphis Tigers. Put them at number 6 on this list, and this is where it kind of gets hazy. I don't know if any of these teams deserve it, but it's hard to ignore it. It's hard to ignore it. Number 7, nobody's talking about this team. I told you before the year I'm high on this team. Told you in July. Team to watch out for. We're gonna go with the Oregon Ducks here at number 7. Not getting enough love for what they've been doing. They got a huge week ahead too. You got USC tomorrow, UCLA on Sunday. But they just took down Alabama, who is the number 10 team in the nation. Uh 83 to 81. Tough win for Oregon there against Alabama. Oh yeah. They also beat San Diego State last week. Oh yeah, they also beat Texas A&M last week. Oh yeah, 2 weeks ago, Oregon State. Uh 7-0 undefeated wins against Alabama, Texas A&M, San Diego State, and Oregon State. Uh man, this Oregon Ducks team deserves to be in the top 10, in my opinion. See how long they can stay there. And now, that's that number 7 is Oregon. At number 8, I'm not really a big believer in this team. They're 18.5 point favorites tonight. They're number 4, which is really the only reason I threw them in this 10. Maybe somebody knows something I don't. Tennessee, number 4 in the nation in real life. The Redbeards top 10. I got them at 8. Putting them in the top 10 for now. Just waiting for Rick Barnes to slip up. And then at number 9 and at number 10, we got a team of gritty Big Ten basketball teams. Wisconsin, UCF, Arizona, Pittsburgh. Not the greatest of wins, but still some good damn wins. And this Wisconsin team is still undefeated. It's hard to put. It's hard to look at a team 8-0, 9-0 at this point in the season, undefeated still, and say they don't deserve to be in the top 10. There are a few teams out there with one loss or no losses. Cincinnati's, um, Iowa State's. Who else? I had it written down. Florida, for example. I love Florida. Um, But they just haven't really played anybody. Old Miss, for instance, haven't had those 2 or 3 wins that are better than the Oregon's, Wisconsin, and Memphis's, if you ask me. So at number 9, Wisconsin, and then at number 10, this team only has one loss, and that loss is to Marquette, who I think is the 4th best team in the nation. We're gonna go with them Boilermakers of Purdue at number 10 this week. So we got Kentucky, Kansas, Auburn, Marquette, Gonzaga, Memphis, Oregon, Tennessee, Wisconsin, and Purdue. That's this week's top 10, baby. Check out Stare Down Sports for written content on this. I wrote down a little more in detail of why I chose this thing. But after, honestly, the top 4, you can shake things up any way you want it. I wouldn't be mad if Tennessee was 5, Gonzaga was 8, or vice versa. However you want to put it, teams 5 through 10, kind of shake them up. And like I said, you got teams like Florida, Cincinnati, um, Ole Miss, right there on the heels. So beautiful, beautiful season so far, thus far. Cannot wait to continue to see what happens this college basketball season. Um, just a pure beauty again thus far this season, and it's only December. People, let's move on to looking at today. Bird Tuesday action across the league, baby. Mm. Put too much sugar in my coffee, and it's at that weird, ain't hot but ain't cold. You can't do it. But anyway, let's look at tonight. Shake this thing up like dice. Cook this thing up like rice. Butler, they're taking on Eastern Illinois. I haven't really watched much of Butler this season to tell you which way or another to go. 21.5 does feel like a lot. Eastern Illinois. Never heard of them. This is one. This is the one I told you about earlier in the show that I haven't decided on yet. California. They're taking on Missouri. SEC ACC challenge. I know. California and the ACC still blows my mind. But you're giving California 8.5 points. That's a good team going up against a good team. This California team, they're feisty and they can score. I think they can keep it within 8 and a hook. would be my lean on California, Missouri. That's the one bet that I haven't taken. You got 6 bets already. That's the one that didn't get placed. You know how it goes. James Madison taking on East Tennessee State. Madison of James minus 2.5. Feel like they can cover that one. And get it right and get it tight. Iowa minus 5.5 taking on Northwestern. Feisty Northwestern team last season. Haven't really got a chance to get my eyes on them this season. Honestly, don't even know their record. Plus 5.5. I'm just gonna peek this game a little bit, see both of these teams, how they're looking this season. Haven't seen Iowa play yet this season. 5.5 feels like an Iowa. The total feels a little low too to me. 146 and a hook. But that's just going on past predetermined tendencies of Iowa. Usually that total is about 160, 158. Usually you see an Iowa total in the 140s, you jump on it. So part of me wants to take this over 146 and a hook with Northwestern and Iowa. And I honestly can't wait to see who wins that game. Gonna be a big game for me, regardless who wins, just to kind of put the litmus test on them. Princeton, baby. They're taking on St. Joseph's. Princeton plus 5.5. St. Joseph's. I don't know. 5.5 feels feel like Princeton should be more of a pick 'em here. Like Princeton in this game, taking on the St. Joseph's. We got Dayton minus 25 in the hook, taking on Western Michigan. We just watched Dayton go toe to toe with the best teams in the league and hold their own bags. Dayton minus 25 in a hook. Can they cover big numbers against bad teams? That's the true test for dominant teams. I mean, we even see teams with big names go up against small schools sometimes and just don't bring it. South Carolina, you can get a minus 4.5, taking on Boston College, baby. South Carolina 4.5 against Boston College. Definitely a play I like there. Um, that's the SEC ACC challenge, huh? Yeah, love it, man. I love this time of year. We get all these good, fun games. Sheesh. Walking the dog tonight, baby. Feeling good. Feeling great. South Florida taking on Stetson. South Florida minus 14 and the hook. Definitely like them to cover that. Um, where we at? Lipscomb taking on Chattanooga. This game damn near a pick 'em. I like Lipscomb. Chattanooga has not shown me Nathan nothing, nada yet this season. Vermont minus 5.5 taking on Brown. I like Vermont to cover that against Brown. Vermont feisty team. We saw him do some damage last season in March. Don't have the same players. Doubt they'll get to the same level of success, but I do like him to cover 5.5 against Brown. Sam Houston State's taking on Indiana. Indiana's minus 12.5. Like Indiana to cover there. But man, the last team I trust is Indiana right now. The Orangemen of Syracuse, baby. They're taking on Tennessee. A little lighter orange. Should be a beautiful game on your television set. Two different shades of orange going at it, baby. Syracuse plus 18.5 definitely would be the play for me here. Syracuse, if they're favored by 9, they win by 2. If they're double digit dogs, they lose by 4. Look for Syracuse to keep it close. I like them plus the 18.5 tonight. I'm not going to bet it. Just going to root for the home team. Um, Honestly, I might throw a quarter on this plus 1400 money line and feel like a dumbass when they lose by 18. But I think they cover the 18.5 for sure. Tennessee, number 3 team in the nation. We'll see. This would be a great test for Syracuse. But I think they hold their own. Plus 18.5 on the Orangemen. BYU's 5.5 against Providence. Love it. Love it. That might be something I bet at 7:29, if you know what I mean. Tip off at 7:30. But BYU minus 5.5 over Providence. Again, I love it. Wake Forest taking on Texas. A&M. Wake Forest plus 8.5. I do think they can keep it close against Texas A&M. But I'm just gonna stay away. Texas A&M can definitely Bite me in the arse. I could see them winning this game by a lot. Hopefully, Wake Forest keeps it close just for my fandom. Um, I don't know. Something about Buzz Williams. Just don't like him. Just don't like him. Arizona State, baby. The other Hurley brother. 20 and a hook taking on San Diego. We've seen this Arizona State team surpass whatever level you thought they were on thus far. But 20 and a half point favorites, I just don't see it. Boise State taking on Utah Tech. Boise State minus 23 and a half feels a little too big, but wouldn't be surprised if they cover. This is a fun one. This is the one I got circled. This is the one I'm going to try and watch. Michigan, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's minus 3.5. This is a Big Ten matchup on December 3rd. Little conference play preview, baby. Michigan plus 3.5 here. Honestly, if I had to bet this game, I'm gonna be on Michigan as a fan. Wisconsin's had some close ones, some close calls, yet to lose. I think Michigan can give them their first loss tonight. Michigan plus 3.5, Michigan plus 138 would be my call. But Michigan hasn't shown me that they got them dogs in them. Good, solid team, well coached team, fundamental team. They don't take bad shots. They're not going to really turn the ball over, but they're not going to just bite their opponent's neck either. So I don't know. Still waiting for the Wolverines to turn into their name, I guess. Georgia Tech, baby, plus 11.5. Feisty group taking on Oklahoma. The Sooners. Georgia Tech, baby. Damon Stoudemire in the game. Second year coaching them. If I had to bet this one, it'd be Georgia Tech plus the 11.5. Grand Canyon, baby. They're taking on Hawaii. 14.5. I think Grand Canyon covers that number. Rolling right up along LSU. Go Tigers. They're taking on Florida State. LSU's favored in this one, minus 4.5. I don't think it's wrong. I just don't have the goal to bet it. But I do like LSU here. Florida State. I don't know what happened to my boy Lenny. Florida State was a powerhouse for 20, 15, 25 years. And all of a sudden, like 2018 through now, they just fell apart. Haven't seen this team be competitive in a long while, and I don't get it. Historic franchise, usually players want to go there, but I don't know if it's recruiting or coaching. Maybe he's don't want to get behind the wave of paying these guys. St. Mary's 23.5 taking on UTSA. 23.5 is huge. Stanford, Utah Valley 11.5. With a gun to my head, I'll take Stanford minus the 11.5. Same thing with UCLA and Washington, baby. If I had to do it, I'd be on UCLA minus the 11.5. Washington, my man Danny Sprinkle. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Great Owls boy. Get in shape, son. You're gonna look back the rest of your life and regret that all your potential was wasted on you eating Big Macs and 10-piece nuggets. Honestly. Honestly. I'm telling you this because I give a fuck. What, this your last year in college, bro? And you still not in shape? I just don't get it, bro. You got the talent, you got the size. Just don't care, huh? Shorty's on campus gonna love you regardless. I feel you, big dog. Shit, I ain't mad at you. Let's get to these damn bets, baby. Roll these things out like a mink carpet. Yes, sir. It's Captain by a hook with the red beard. We're looking at a Super Tuesday, baby, and I'm loving it. Loving all the action. Backing a lot of SEC teams, but I do have one ACC team in that challenge. But let's kick it off early. Villanova. This is the Big East Big 12 challenge, baby. I'm going Big 12 in this one. Villanova. They're plus 3.5 at home, taking on a good Cincinnati team. I mean, me and Frank was arguing like this got to be the best bet. He said I got one even better. But hey, this is one of my favorite bets today. Cincinnati -3 and a hook. I mean, come on. Put some peanut butter and jam on that bread and make it spread. I don't know. I'm just talking here, people. 5.5 point favorites on the road. We've watched Miami blow up like a ticking time bomb. Last season was like somebody lit the fuse, and this season they said, hold on, we got to move these wires around so this thing really blows up. Give me Arkansas. I'm talking about Arkansas, baby, taking on Miami. Give me Arkansas minus the 5.5. If you can get this at 4.5, beautiful. Arkansas, they win this game by double digits. Miami, I don't think they got it. This is probably the one. Well, there's another bet I'm kind of nervous about. But this bet right here, Santa Clara on paper coming into the season, potential wise, was supposed to be that team that goes crazy. And then they get to March, they upset somebody. However, all the talk about the guard play and the elite this, elite that has not translated to success on the floor. McNeese -5.5. I think they win this game comfortably being 8 to 12 points. McNeese, I don't think they have blowout ability yet, but I definitely think they can, even the defensive side, just disrupt Santa Clara all night. Like I said, win this game by 8 to 12. Georgia, Georgia. Absolutely love what I'm seeing down there from Georgia and the boys. But 9.5 against Notre Dame, way too big. Don't overreact, people, to one game, and I think that's what's happening here. Give me Notre Dame plus the 9.5. Also, like Notre Dame outright in this one, plus 365 on the money line. If you want to get funky, dun 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 dun. But I hit the Washington State last night. Usually, lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, but I do like Notre Dame to cover the 9.5, and I like them as a puncher's chance to go ahead and win this game outright. Oh yeah, we got two more for you. Well, I got one more, and then I'll pass it to my man Frank. We got Louisville, Pat Kelsey, White Rage. They're taking on an old Mississippi team with Chris Beard. Oh boy, I thought I told you. Love this Old Miss team. I mean, I've been praising them since beginning of the season, and you can get them at plus money tonight against Louisville. Thank you very much. Sorry, probably get canceled for that, but hey, can't cancel me if nobody's watching. Old Miss, baby, plus 134 on the money line. Give it to me, baby. Nice and slow. Now for the best bet of the day. Pass this thing on to my man Frank. I need somebody. Anybody. Hit me with the horns. Gotta turn them down. They ain't hitting like they used to. I feel like I was murdering y'all's ears. Every time I would watch back myself. Oh yeah. Holla if you hear me. If you don't hear me, don't holla. ACC SEC Challenge. That's where I am going for the best bet of the day. And look at here. It moved to where you ain't even got to lay nothing. You can get the money line on this team at minus 114 right now. It was minus 122 this morning. So I was going to give out the 1.5. But let's just do the money line, baby. Minus 114, that's what? 4 drips of juice? I got 4 pennies. I got $4. Give me Kentucky, baby. The best team in the nation to me. Give me them to blow out Clemson tonight. Absolute turkey dog. Whoop them. Disrespectful. Clemson started off as the favorite here. They're plus 1.5 now. But man, give me Kentucky and them boys to go ahead and go ahead. Kentucky on the money line, baby. That is the best bet of the day. captain by a hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. Stare Down Greatness. It's Tuesday, a Super Tuesday. We got the ACC SEC Challenge. We got the Big East Big 12 Challenge. And I'm wasting time because I got a flurry of them things coming at you. We're going Notre Dame plus 9.5 taking on Georgia. Like them outright as well. McNeese minus 5.5 taking on Santa Clara. Like McNeese to win this thing by 8-12. Arkansas, baby. I think they blow Miami out of the water. Give me Arkansas minus the 5.5. Looking at a double-digit win there, I believe. Cincinnati, probably my second best bet of today is Cincinnati minus 3.5. Just haven't seen it, whatever it is, from Villanova yet this season. Give me Chris Beard in the game. Oh, the Mississippi taking on Louisville. Give me Ole Miss to win outright plus 134 on the money line there. And then my man Frank's best bet of the day, Kentucky taking on Clemson. He said, give them Kentucky on the money line minus 114. That ought to be a dandy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love. And thank you for the support. Again, it's Captain by a Hook with the red beard. I am Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs, going live on a beautiful Tuesday. It is the 3rd day of December and the 338th day of the year. 2024, baby. 28 days left in the year. Let's get some holiday cheer popping off in this thing. Take all these wagers at your own risk. And please, please gamble responsibly. Tops. See you MNFers mañana.